rescuer's got a red harness with him. That's a pre-prepared harness that he'll clip the person that needs to be rescued in a nice controlled blower. We don't do any bouncy, fancy, buoy cliff descents in rescue. It's all controlled. It's coming into the
just fully stable.
All rescue situations we use static lines. There is a certain amount of stretch in them, but they're not as stretchy as the dynamic ropes used for rock climbing.
Gently bringing me over the edge. Patient looks to me in reasonable thoughts. Do you think he's okay?
He's pretty okay. Situation, we could use the situation for a slightly injured patient. It's generally two-person push-off. Stop him. Hit the spray can. What's going on there?
Person we found. We need to know that we're putting the reason.
Alerts on socks or anything else we leave behind, they'll only allot us
a jumper over there. Is it a jumper or a blanket? A blanket. So he's having and he moves it. There's not a line on it. It's just a blanket. Looking for
they specifically just train to bark when they find a live person. See.
Oh, okay. So Nugget's going to bark like mad. Okay. We've got urban search and rescue teams right throughout New Zealand.
Yeah, there's in most of the major cities have teams as well. We would all congregate. The teams from around the country would congregate where they were required if unfortunately this ever happens.
Well, Nugget seems to be enjoying the job. The tail's going left, right and centre.
Yeah, they really enjoy it. They get a real kick out of finding someone, and it's just a big game to them. And once the dog's found and alerted on the scent, then the dog gets to do it. And that's really what she's doing it.
Okay, what's Nugget's name? You know?
I can't remember. I think it's a ball on the string.
Very cool. Ooh. Sue was just saying they don't get much chance to actually send the dogs up over rubble like this. So what do you normally train with, Sue?
Whatever we can find, often industrial sites. And we have had concrete, but we seldom have it with the iron and the rebar in it. So the dogs are unused to actually getting through it.
Oh, okay, all the bits of steel and things like that. Oh, okay, they're going to wind their way through. Well, this isn't normally on the Te Papa front paving. That was brought in specially in the last couple of days.
This is a very realistic site, though. It's small, it's very realistic. And what Jack is doing is he's got the scent, which is where Nugget was, and he's telling his handler that there is someone there, but hasn't decided to go down at this stage. But
oh, okay, hasn't gone right down to the exact spot.
Yeah, but we have to be able to read the dogs, and we know what they're telling us. And
rubber bag, like a big balloon. Very cool. Down, sir. And this is the sort of equipment that they're going to be using in a real situation.
Lightly injured casualties just being brought out by a couple of rescuers who are just carefully taking them over the rubble. We've got our medic over the back who's just preparing the other person. When you see something on TV and an earthquake overseas, you'll see a collapsed building with 100 people scurrying around over the top of it. It's not really very safe. You can see all the sharp reinforcing steel sticking out, the unstable bits of concrete. So we try and keep it to a minimum and do it in a very safe way so that we don't further injure the casualties or injure any rescuers.
One of the things we see overseas is a lot of, as you say, a lot of people over the rubble.
Do a rubble carry. Just get people lined up.
Yep.
Right.
Alive and kicking, that's what we want to hear, that's what we want to see. Now here we go, we've got our second victim being brought back over the rubble. They've got to weave their way very carefully because we don't want any further injuries. Sharp bits of metal. The medics will first of all have checked the victim to make sure that they can make them as comfortable as possible. Don't drop him! How many have we got on this team? 2, 4, 6, 8. Is that about a standard size of the team?
This is the size of the squad we call that you'd be doing any job with. A lot of the teams are maybe 2 or 3 times this size. So